right now we are learning all about Pablo Picasso. Now, he is one of the most famous artists who ever lived. He did die a while ago, but we remember him because he created very colorful, abstract faces. I need someone to raise their hand. What does the word abstract mean in art? I hope that someone said it doesn't look real. It kind of looks like this person is a monster or they came out of a dream. Pablo Picasso used a lot of colors that he had to mix himself, like greens, teals, and oranges. Let's see if one person can tell the class why we call the secondary colors the secondary colors. I need someone to raise their hand. I hope that someone said we call them the secondary colors because we have to mix two primary colors to make them. Last time we created a face out of paper, and we're gonna use this abstract face to make a object in clay today. Now remember, clay is found in the earth. We're gonna be using different tools to use clay. We're gonna learn a technique called slipping and scoring. And the room that I'm recording in right now is the kiln room. We're gonna put our objects into this kiln. It gets up to how many degrees? I hope you said 2,000. Now, we have used clay before, but we're gonna be using some new techniques. These techniques are super important. Your piece will fall apart if you do not follow them. So what I'm asking for is that we are voice level 0 during this lesson. When we are working independently, we are whisper level today so that we can concentrate. Like I said, I have to put these in an oven. If you do not follow our new technique that we are learning today called slipping and scoring, your piece will fall apart. I 100% promise you. So, repeat after me. You have to slip and score. One more time. You have to slip and score. Okay, so let's talk about the art. What I need you to do is I need you to make sure that your popsicle stick is on your tray, that you're not touching it, and your needle is on the tray, you're not touching it. We're gonna do some work together, and then there's also gonna be some independent time, so please watch and pay attention carefully. Each person will get a little bit of clay. I try my best to make it fair and make sure that everyone gets the same amount. When you get your clay, it'll feel a little bit weird and wet, but what I want you to do is give it a few squeezes. This gets rid of the air bubbles inside. Now, could someone raise their hand and tell me why it would be bad if I put this in an oven and there's air bubbles inside the clay? Okay, I hope someone told us that it could explode. Once you've kind of given it a massage, I want you to put it down on the tray. And then you are just going to flatten it out the best you can. Now, I don't want this paper thin. Just press hard with your palm of your hand. I'm not pounding on the table, I'm just giving it some firm pressure. And what this will do is this will flatten it out. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to cut the shape of my face. I'm not gonna do anything else yet. Don't add your decoration, don't add your features or anything just yet. Now, I could do it like kind of a normal face, like an oval, or you know what? I could be kind of crazy and maybe do a different shape. So I'm gonna take this, and it's a little bit hard to do while holding the camera, but I'm going to use the popsicle stick to cut some edges off so that it's the way I want it. So I decided to go with a diamond shape. I went ahead and cut off those edges. Keep your scraps. You will need them for your different features like your nose, your eyes, and mouth. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you some slip and score techniques. This is the most important.
You have to slip and score. You have to slip and score.
Okay, so now I'm interested in making the eye. What I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of gonna take some of the scraps And you know what? I'm gonna do kind of like a circle pepperoni eye. So I made this. What you have to do, first thing, is you have to take your needle. You have to figure out where you want it. We're gonna do something called scoring. Scoring means that you draw small lines over the place where you want it. The reason is because when we stick this on there, we want it to stick. If we don't do this, it'll just fall off. Then, on the piece that you want to attach, you are going to also draw some small lines across it. This is called scoring. Now, I can't just put it right on there. I also have to slip. Slip means that you added a little bit of water. So you'll take your finger and then add some water on both the scoring on the face and also the piece that you want to do. If you do not do this, it will not work. And then you can place it on, but don't forget to really kind of add some pressure and then take your finger while it's still wet and start to blend it in. So this is important too. Now I'm not pressing so hard that the shape's gonna go away, but I'm really taking my time and adding some blended details. It's okay if your face gets a little wet. If your clay starts to get dry, you can take a little bit of the water and that will moisturize it back. It's kind of like a lotion. So we'll do this one more time and then I'll give you some time to do this on your own. Now I'm going to cut another shape. You know what? I'm just gonna take this one as my next shape. So I have to do what to the surface? I hope you said score. You have to slip and score. So I'm gonna draw lines where I'm gonna put this. Also lines on the piece that I'm attaching. And add some water. Just touch it with your finger. I dipped my finger in the water. And now I'm adding it to both sides. And then you can put it down. But am I done? I hope you said no because I need to blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. You can totally use the needle or the popsicle stick as a tool if you want to draw on the surface. The only thing is that if you look really closely, you can kind of see that when you use the tool, it does kind of bring up and make these little hills of clay. If you want to smooth that out, you totally can. Just use your finger and smooth it out, and it can also erase things that you don't like. You can add hair, you can add ears, you can add crazy random shapes. It might not even look like a face. Be creative, guys. This one that I made is not that creative. You can do better than what I did today. Now you don't have to worry about this now, but at the very end of class, we will kind of turn this over on the back. Oh, and if you get newspaper on it, it's okay. It happens. You can just peel it off. But I need you, at the end of class, you're going to write your name. So my name is Mr. Boatfield, but just try your best to take the pencil, the needle, but you're gonna use it as a pencil and write your name. So I'm gonna write Boatfield because that's my name. But you know what? I can't fit everything, so I'm just gonna put Boat F. That will remind me that it's mine. And then also write just your table number. You don't need to do your whole class code. So what table am I sitting at today? I hope you said 12. So I'm gonna put Boat F because I can't fit the whole thing. And then I'm gonna write 1, 2. And make sure that you take your time on this part so I know it's yours. It's gonna be really hard because a lot of them are gonna look really similar. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this and let y'all have the rest of class today to figure this out. If you finish early, just leave this at your table and push it away. I'll give you a wet wipe so you can clean your table and work on another activity. At the very end of class, we will leave our needle and our popsicle stick on the tray, and then we will leave these on the counter when I say so. Have a great day, guys. Make good choices. Remember, we're doing clay. I expect you to be on your perfect second grade behavior.